All right, so here we have the graph of the tangent function, at least several cycles of it. Let's focus on this middle cycle in between x equal to negative pi over 2 and x equal to pi over 2 and see where that might have come about. Right, so let's look at the unit circle. And I'm just going to focus on points going from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. And for simplicity, let's just think about multiples of pi over 4. Right? So we're just focusing on this middle piece. Right? Let's think about a rotation of negative pi over 4. On the unit circle tangent, we're thinking y-coordinate over the x-coordinate. So the tangent at negative pi over 4 is going to be negative 1. So let's say that's about right there. At a rotation of 0, the tangent is going to be 0 over 1, which is just 0. So that's that point there. Moving up to a rotation of pi over 4, tangent at pi over 4 is 1 over radical 2 divided by 1 over radical 2. That's a positive 1. Okay. As we keep going, the numerator is getting closer to 1, while our denominator is getting closer and closer to 0. So we're getting a larger and larger ratio, right, that takes off toward infinity. And if you notice, at pi over 2, tangent is undefined because 1 divided by 0 is undefined. So that's why we have a vertical asymptote at x equal to pi over 2. Going from negative pi over 4 to negative pi over 2, again, tangent is undefined at negative pi over 2 because negative 1 divided by 0 is undefined. And our ratio, the numerator is getting closer to negative 1 while the denominator is getting closer to 0. So we're getting a larger and larger negative ratio, which is why the function's taken off toward negative infinity. And if we would go through this analysis around and around the circle, we would come up with a graph that looks like this. Some of the basic characteristics. The graph starts repeating itself after a distance of pi. The period for the tangent is going to be pi. Vertical asymptotes show up at the odd multiples of pi over 2. The way that a book might say it succinctly is to say that for the tangent, x equal to k pi over 2 is going to be a vertical asymptote where k is any odd integer.